Alright, with our previous setup we showed how to enter in rations and information based on the pens and feed groups. So let's take that a step further, and also we'll try to simplify that process because we're dealing with quite a bit of different feed groups and pens and then different rations. So what I've done is I've taken and simplified it down to just one basic feed group, ration, and then pen, so we can see how it works when you just break it down. So to begin with, I'm going to zero out my device. So go 0 scale. And then I'll tap on the rations button. And I have ration 1 set up, and I have three ingredients set up at 1,000 pounds each. And then I have it set up with 30 pounds per head, so that should come out to 3,000. And then from there, we'll take a look at the pens with our feed group. You can see that I have previous data in there, so that gives you kind of an idea of what it will look like when you go to email the information out. So first off, I'll tap on feed groups, and see that we have one pen set up with that one feed group. So if we need to do any editing, you hit edit, go done. If you need to add a feed group, you hit the plus button, and then you can add a feed group from there. Let's go cancel out of that. So let's take it from the top and go to the main display and set up our feeding process or procedure. So the first thing I'll do is I'll tap the load button and also make sure that your feed group coordinates with the correct ration that you're going to set up and load. So for the feeding process, so when you hit load, go ahead and go new batch. Okay, and it has a ration, and then it has a designated weight, so the weight is correct. So there's 100 head in there at 30 pounds each, and then I'll go done, and then you'll see that it has 1,000 pounds set up on there. So I'll just use my simulator. I couldn't fit a feed wagon or a feed truck in my office, so I'm using this simulator. It has a dial, so we'll try to get it as close as possible. I'll back off a little bit. Okay, I'll go next. Move on to the next ingredient. So you can see the gross pounds down at the bottom for the ration number 1, and then you can see the ration under beet pulp. See that I'm getting closer. How close I can get. Okay, we'll go next. Alright, and then if you look at the top, you can see the target, and then you can see the gross pounds as well. So if you see the larger number, that's my target, and then the gross pounds is what I've already fed or loaded, excuse me. And then we can notice that it has the ingredients set up on there. It says load corn silage on the main display. And then it looks like we went just a little bit over. I'll go end. And then it is time to feed. So once again, just make sure that this feed group is on the correct line. So just make sure that everything matches up in line with your ration and your pens. So for this example, we're just going simple. We have one pen set up with this, coordinating with one feed group. and we're doing 30 pounds per head in a number of 100. So now I'm ready to hit feed, and then I'll just turn my dial back to simulate this, and then you can see the ration weight decreasing, and then look at the pen weight increasing, and then that also reflects on the main display, and it says feed pen 1 in the left hand side of the main display. Now if you have multiples, which we'll view in the next video, if you have multiple pens, it'll show which pen is basically next or on deck. Okay, once again, I couldn't fit a feed truck in here, so we're just trying to get it as close as possible. I'm going to go ahead and end this now. So I'll go end. Okay, and then we'll take a look at our transaction for that. So go to pens, and then go to our pens, pen 1, and then if you look at the top here, it has our rations. So this one right here, go info, and then you can take a look at the breakdown of that. So that's basically in a nutshell how to do the loading and unloading it with just a fictitious setup, for example, just to break it down. You can definitely get way more complex with this, but that's just an entry-level example, and in the next video we'll show and add a little bit more to it.